everybody. This is going to be a really quick video segment. I took a class online with Polestar Pilates and it was called 5 Down and Dirty Assessment Tools. And it's what Polestar Pilates uses to assess mobility in new clients and to track the progress that clients are making in their Pilates practice. I think about it as a nice prescription, 5 a day, 5 minutes tops, just to keep moving. 5 a day keeps the doctor away, that sort of thing. So the first one is the squat, and it's broken down into a half squat or a full squat. And the half squat you're going to hold for 30 seconds, and I just want you to notice your ankle mobility, the ankle flexion or the dorsiflexion. Knees about 45 degrees. I'm going to stand up. You may not see my head, but you'll see the angle of the knees. So here we go, holding a half squat for about 30 seconds here. Notice where you stand. I had to move my feet a little further apart, but just a half squat for 30 seconds. Beautiful straight back, belly button pulled in. Again, you know, that same rib to hip, that nice alignment front to back, holding that half squat, feeling my quads talking to me, about 30 seconds, and then standing. The full squat is exactly what it says. You're going to keep your feet flat on the floor. You're going to try to keep that same beautiful straight back. Now, if you start rounding your back, you're going to be rounding your back. And the other place you might go with this would be to just drop down and sit on your bottom. So I'm going to attempt it without rounding my spine, without dropping down onto my bottom. We'll see how it goes. So from the half squat and just coming down, I've still got my heels on the floor. That's about my tipping point. If I start rounding my spine, I can go all the way down, but if I keep a flat back, it's a little challenging. And if I go too far, the point of gravity might shift and I fall down on my bottom. So the full squat and the half squat, a quick, easy tool, something fun to do. Keep the ankles flexible. Ankles, knees, hips, everything's connected. The next thing we're going to do is a goal post. Think about elbows and straps, chest expansion on the reformer. Go up against a wall. Stand up against a wall and just relax, letting the back of the arms come to the wall. And I say relax because all of these tools are nice stretches. And so relaxing, breathing, hanging out, allowing the fascia to just release and lengthen. Now, as you're up against a wall here, you might notice that your ribs kind of fillet. They might float away from the wall. That's okay. You can always just kind of hang out, relax a little bit more, kind of just deepen that relaxation, letting the chest open. If you want to go further with this, you just begin to extend your arms. I tried this laying on my back. It was interesting. You want to be on your mat. You're going to have your elbows a little wider than your mat probably. You're also going to check to see if your rib cage flares or lifts up off the floor. But that's the second one, just that goal post. And again, you want to avoid throwing the rib cage forward. You don't want to throw your ribs through your goal post. Just find that nice connection, let the chest open, feel the back muscles as well. Okay? So the first one was a squat, the second one was the goal post. The third one is the prone press up. Think swan that we do on the short box or swan that we do on the mat. If laying on your stomach is not advisable to you, you can do the swan sitting. It's just a matter of lifting from the sternum, not so much tipping your chin up. You don't want to hinge at the back of the neck, and you want to avoid hinging at the base of the rib cage as well. But if you were sitting, it would just be that shining of the light up underneath your chin, just allowing that back extension to create length. And in this, as well as when you're on your stomach, you want to keep that rib-hip connection, which will be important to keep the hinge out of your low back. So avoid the neck hinge, avoid the hinge in the middle of the back, kind of where the ribs end. The other thing that you want to avoid when you're on your back, there's going to be a third hinge, and it's going to be kind of a tenting effect at the hip. So you want to open those hips as nicely as you can, relax into that. And so on your stomach, for this swan, would look like this. Again, it's that light shining up, no hinging at the critical juncture of the neck or the base of the rib cage, and keeping the hips very, very relaxed and open as well. Okay? That's the third one. Squat, goalpost, and then that prone or seated chest lift, thoracic extension. The fourth one is the Z-sit or the mermaid. So as you sit here in this mermaid, being able to take both hands away from the floor, relaxing into that internal rotation and the external rotation, breathing into it. If you want to take it into a full swan or a full mermaid, sorry. And then to the other side of the Z-sit, and just noticing the differences from side to side. It's just allowing one leg to be internally rotated, one to be externally rotated, relaxing into the length and the height of your spine. And then if you want to do the full mermaid on that one as well. And then the last one is the prone knee extension. Again, if laying on your stomach is not advisable to you, the movement of this is just a really nice hip opening and a thigh stretch. On your stomach, if you rest your head on your hands here, the preparation would be to bring one leg into a knee fold without, again, that tenting of the hips. You don't want to pop up that, relaxing it. And then the other one. Now the full prone knee would be to gently hold on to the leg here. And relaxing into the hip so that the hip opens like a good book. Finding the balance. Just letting the fascia relax, release, and lengthen. Taking more time than I'm doing here. Like I said, I think of this as 5 minutes. Take a minute on each one. It's a good prescription for moving healthy and happily for the rest of your life. The squat was the first one, half or full. The open elbows or the goalpost was the second one. Then we had the swan, the push-up, the extension of the thoracic. Then we had the Z-sit. And last one was that really nice hip extension, and the prone knee stretch. So 5 very nice assessment tools, 5 a day keeps the doctor away. Speaking of going away, Bella has left the studio, but I will see you again soon. Bye-bye, guys.